And our lead story this evening, well, a major encounter between security forces and terrorists in the Bani area of the Kathua district in Jammu and Kashmir. This is a second encounter in at least 3 days in Jammu and Kashmir's Kathua district. This, of course, there have been back-to-back encounters both in the valley as well as in the Jammu region. We saw the encounter in Kishtwar as well, and also an encounter in which 2 soldiers tragically died right ahead of the Prime Minister's visit to Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, let me go across straight to my colleague Nazir Masoodi joining us from Srinagar. So Nazir, security remains a key concern right ahead of the polls. I mean, it's 15th, just 2 days to go for the crucial assembly polls to begin, and back-to-back encounters taking place in Jammu and Kashmir, both in the valley and in the Jammu region.
Yes, and this encounter is taking place in Bani area of Kathua. Kathua is bordering the Punjab and the Himachal Pradesh, and that clearly shows the kind of penetration of militants right from Kathua up to the North Kashmir, across Jammu and Kashmir. The state appears to be infested by militancy, particularly these Pakistan-backed militants who appear to be highly trained. So this appears gun battle is underway in Bani area in Kathua. This is the second encounter in Kathua district in last 3 days, and the 5th encounter in Jammu and Kashmir in last 3 days, and in 4 in Jammu province alone. The Jammu was free from militancy, but clearly it has become hotbed. It has become the biggest theater of militancy in Jammu and Kashmir, which is the biggest worrying factor for the security agencies. Yesterday, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a rally in Kathua, in Doda, in Jammu, he talked about that if these parties, they have destroyed Jammu and Kashmir and brought militancy here, create ground for militancy, but opposition has hit back. They are saying, look, it was during the BJP tenure we see militancy graph rising in Jammu region, which was free from militancy. That apart from the political blame game, we have seen this is a very, very serious concern for the security agencies when there's such an infiltration and also such encounters almost daily, weekly, or in such a frequency. These encounters taking place. So right now, this encounter taking place in Bani area of Kathua. Therefore, yesterday there was an ambush attack on army in Kishtwar, in which 2 soldiers were killed and 2 others were injured. That operation is still underway.
Nazir, thanks very much for joining us with the latest there. So as Nazir is reporting, security, of course, remains a huge concern as just 2 days to go for the crucial assembly polls to begin in Jammu and Kashmir. Massive search operations underway in various parts of Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, there was a major arms haul as well. And of course, how those 2 soldiers were tragically killed in the line of action. So militancy far from dead in Jammu and Kashmir. And meanwhile, the other big story we're tracking closely on NDTV, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's bombshell. He says he's going to resign in the next 48 hours. In fact, he's called for early polls as well. He says polls must be held along with Maharashtra, possibly in November. An absolutely unprecedented move, something that was not anticipated by watchers of Delhi politics. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal has said that my fate and the fate of my deputy, Manish Sisodia, is now in the hands of the people of Delhi. He says somebody else from within the Aam Aadmi Party will be made the chief minister in the next 2 days. In fact, there's going to be a legislators' meet that's going to be held in the next 48 hours. And the chief minister's name will be decided in that. Of course, many chief minister probables, including Atishi, who's the de facto chief minister of Delhi with the maximum number of portfolios. Also, Arvind Kejriwal's long-time deputy, Saurabh Bharadwaj, also Raghav Chadha, Sanjay Singh, Gopal Rai, with heavyweight portfolios here in the national capital. So Delhi politics certainly in a churn, and Arvind Kejriwal's announcement has set in motion a chain of political events that can turn the landscape of Delhi upside down. But take a look at all the reactions that have come in.
फरवरी में चुनाव है। आज इस मंच से मैं मांग करता हूं कि ये चुनाव नवंबर में कराए जाएं, महाराष्ट्र के साथ कराए जाएं, तुरंत कराए जाएं चुनाव। और जब तक आपका फैसला नहीं आएगा, तब तक मैं जिम्मेदारी नहीं संभालूंगा। और मैं जब तक चुनाव नहीं होते, मैंने जैसे बताया 2 दिन के बाद मैं अपना इस्तीफा दूंगा। जब तक चुनाव नहीं होते, तब तक मेरी जगह आम आदमी पार्टी से कोई और मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा। अगले 2-3 दिन के अंदर विधायक दल की मीटिंग होगी और विधायक दल की मीटिंग में अगले मुख्यमंत्री के नाम का तय किया जाएगा।
10 साल पहले अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने इस्तीफ़ा दिया था अपने पद से, और उसके बाद उन्होंने इसको अपनी गलती मान के स्वीकार किया था। अब वो फिर जो हैं इस्तीफ़ा देने की बात कर रहे हैं। आपको लगता है कि कहीं गलती ना हो जाए ये?
देखिए, आज अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के इस्तीफे को समझने के लिए अरविंद केजरीवाल, द मैन अरविंद केजरीवाल, जो व्यक्ति हैं अरविंद केजरीवाल, उनको आपको समझना पड़ेगा। अरविंद केजरीवाल वो व्यक्ति हैं जो IRS का एग्ज़ाम क्लियर करके इनकम टैक्स के कमिश्नर बने। देश में लोगों का सपना होता है, और भारत में जितना भ्रष्टाचार होता है, अगर कोई एक व्यक्ति परिवार का इनकम टैक्स कमिश्नर बन जाए तो 7 पुश्तों लायक पैसा कमा लेते हैं। अरविंद केजरीवाल ने इनकम टैक्स कमिश्नर की नौकरी को लात मार के दिल्ली की झुग्गियों में काम करना शुरू किया, क्योंकि वो देश में कुछ करना चाहते थे। ये वही अरविंद केजरीवाल हैं जो बिल्कुल ज़ीरो से उन्होंने आम आदमी पार्टी को खड़ा किया। क्यों? क्योंकि वो चाहते थे कि भ्रष्टाचार मुक्त राजनीति हो, और उन्होंने उसके लिए एक पार्टी को खड़ा किया। 2013 में सरकार बनाई, और जब वो भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ कानून नहीं ला पाए तो सबके कहने के बावजूद उन्होंने इस्तीफा दे दिया, अपने मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी छोड़ दी। ये वो अरविंद केजरीवाल है। आप सोचिए उस आदमी के दिल पे क्या बीतती है जब आज उस पर भ्रष्टाचार का आरोप लगाया जाता है। सोचिए उस आदमी के दिल पे क्या बीतती है ये सोच के कि उनकी पीठ के पीछे हो सकता है दिल्ली वाले बात कर रहे हो कि क्या पता शायद अरविंद केजरीवाल ने पैसा ले लिया हो। तो आपको अरविंद केजरीवाल जो इंसान है उनको समझना पड़ेगा कि उनके लिए उनकी सबसे बड़ी पूंजी उनकी ईमानदारी है, और उसी ईमानदारी के दम पर वो आज तक यहाँ पर पहुँचे हैं, और उसी ईमानदारी के दम पे उन्होंने आज दिल्ली के लोगों को कहा है कि अगर उनको लगता है, दिल्ली के लोगों को लगता है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल ईमानदार हैं तो उनको वोट दें, लगता है कि वो बेईमान हैं तो वोट ना दें। आप मुझे बताइए, इस देश में कोई ऐसी पार्टी है, कोई ऐसा नेता है जो हिम्मत रखता है ऐसा चैलेंज देने की? किसी भी पार्टी के किसी भी नेता में ये हिम्मत नहीं है जनता के बीच में जाके कहने की। अरविंद केजरीवाल में है।
Today we saw Kejriwal in fact announcing that he will be resigning in 48 hours, and to talk more on that we are being joined with the Delhi BJP chief Viren Sachdeva sir। आज announcement कर दी है केजरीवाल ने कि वो 48 hours में resignation देंगे और एक नया CM मिलेगा, MLAs चुन कर देंगे। इसको आप कैसे देखते हैं?
जो रिज़ाइन इनको जेल जाते समय ही देना चाहिए था, वहाँ से आने के बाद भी 48 घंटे किस लिए चाहिए? 48 घंटे किस लिए चाहिए? या तो माता सुनीता के लिए माहौल बनाना है, क्योंकि आपस में घर में फूट है, किसको बनाए मुख्यमंत्री, और या फिर ब्लैकमेलिंग करनी है, 2 दिन में फाइलें सेटल करनी है। आम आदमी पार्टी, अरविंद केजरीवाल भ्रष्टाचार में लिप्त सरकार है, और ये जो राजनीतिक नौटंकी कर रहे हैं इस्तीफे की, मैं इनको चुनौती देता हूँ। आप कह रहे हैं नवंबर में चुनाव होने चाहिए, मैं भी कह रहा हूँ नवंबर में को उससे पहले करवाइए। पूरा का पूरा मंत्रिमंडल जाके इस्तीफा दे, दिल्ली की सरकार भंगो और करवाइए चुनाव। ये कह रहे हैं दिल्ली की जनता वर्डिक्ट देगी, दिल्ली की जनता से मैं वोट मांगूंगा। मांगे थे आपने 3 महीने पहले वोट, कि जेल के बदले वोट दीजिए मुझे। गली गली घूमे थे आप, दिल्ली की जनता ने करारा जवाब दिया, आपको 0 करके भेजा। तो फिर अपने इस्तीफे की बात क्यों कर रहे हैं? पूरा मंत्रिमंडल बर्खास्त कीजिए, आइए चुनाव में, दिल्ली की जनता देगी जवाब। दिल्ली की जनता इस भ्रष्टाचारी सरकार से निजात चाहती है, मुक्ति चाहती है।
I'm currently joined by former member of Rajya Sabha here, Rajmani Patel, and senior Congress leader. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Sir, ये जो announcement है अरविंद केजरीवाल की तरफ से, how does this impact the alliance now?
देखिए, इस तरह के जो इस्तीफे होते हैं, ये पार्टी का, किसी भी पार्टी का अपना ओपिनियन होता है, अपना डिसीजन होता है, और उसके पीछे सबकी अलग अलग सोच होती है। वो सोच क्या है उनकी, थोड़ा समय आएगा तो स्पष्ट हो जाएगा। लेकिन जो उन्होंने इस्तीफ़ा दिया है, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि एक तरफ तो उनकी मंशा, जिस तरह से माने वो जेल में उनको भेजा गया और जिस तरह से उनके खिलाफ सबूत जुटाए गए, और उस दरमियान जो केंद्रीय सरकार का रोल रहा है वो निश्चित रूप से संदेहास्पद रहा है। वो जो सत्ता का जिसे दुरुपयोग कहते हैं, निश्चित रूप से उसके पीछे रही है, और तथ्य जिस तरह का था उस तथ्य के आधार पर कोर्ट न्यायालय जो फैसला करेगी वो फैसला बाद में होगा। लेकिन उससे घिरे हुए तो उन्होंने एक तो ये सोच करके दिया होगा कि इसका हमें राजनीतिक लाभ भी कैसे मिले, और दूसरा
आपके
ये साबित करना चाहते होंगे कि भाई जनता के बीच में हमारी जो इमेज रही है वो इमेज बरकरार रहे कि हम सत्ता के लिए नहीं, हम जनता के लिए काम करते हैं, हमें कुर्सी का लालच नहीं है, ये के मैसेज देना चाहते हैं। चुनाव चल रहा है। और दूसरा, इंडिपेंडेंट रूप से किसी को भी पार्टी की जिम्मेदारी दे करके उस जिम्मेदारी से अपने आप को मुक्त करना चाहते हो।
आपको ऐसा क्यों लगता है कि वो अपने आप को इस जिम्मेदारी से मुक्त करना चाहते हैं?
नहीं, हर तरह की अलग अलग परिस्थितियां होती, कंडीशन होती है। जिस तरह से माने है, हो सकता है सरकार फिर से उनको माने जेल में भेज दे, हैं, उनको बाहर न रखे। तो ऐसे स्थिति में सरकार को चलाना, अब अगले उसमें दिल्ली का भी चुनाव आएगा, तो उस चुनाव को मद्देनज़र रखते हुए जो है उन्होंने शायद ऐसा निर्णय लिया।
आपने अभी जो कहा कि चुनाव को मद्देनज़र रख के उन्होंने शायद ऐसा फैसला लिया है, तो ये क्या वोट गेन करने का एक तरीका लग रहा है आपको?
ये तो वोट करने का सब जो राजनीतिक पार्टियां होती हैं वो सब चाहती हैं कि माने वोट हमको मिले, गेन हो, ये कोई नई बात नहीं है। इसके तहत उन्होंने दिया हो। परिस्थितियाँ अलग अलग होती है, उनके और अंदर की क्या परिस्थिति है, किस तरह का राजनीतिक दबाव है, या कि किस तरह कोई ऐसी परिस्थिति है जिसमें उनको और तरीके से फंसाया जा सकता हो, ये बहुत सारी परिस्थितियाँ हैं।
All right, so major political upheaval in the national capital. But looking at the other big headline, well, the RG Kar former principal Sandeep Ghosh has been sent to CBI custody. Remember, both Sandeep Ghosh as well as the senior Kolkata cop have now been sent to CBI custody to the 17th of September. They were arrested by the central agency in the rape and murder case. Now, remember, the CBI had already arrested Sandeep Ghosh almost a week back in the financial irregularities case, but he's now been arrested directly in connection with the rape and murder case. The CBI made an important point in court today. The CBI said that there could be a larger conspiracy and Sandeep Ghosh could very well be part of that conspiracy. Take a look.
ये जो आप देख चुके हैं कि ये जो डॉक्टर्स लोग, जूनियर डॉक्टर्स लोग, ये लोग स्ट्राइक कर रहे हैं कि ये काम पर नहीं जा रहे हैं, आंदोलन कर रहे हैं, तो माननीय मुख्यमंत्री हर वक्त इनके आंदोलन को समर्थन किए हैं, लेकिन हर बार उनका अनुरोध था कि तुम लोग काम पे आओ, ज्वाइन करो, क्योंकि जनरल पब्लिक को बहुत असुविधा की सम्मुखीन होना पड़ता है, इसलिए तुम लोग काम में ज्वाइन करो। माननीय मुख्यमंत्री आप देख चुके हैं कि बहुत सारे दिन 2 घंटा 2.5 घंटा वेट किए हैं, लेकिन इसका कोई समाधान नहीं हुआ है।
शुरू से मैंने ये कहा कि ये बंगाल की आम लोगों की आंदोलन है। बंगाल की आम लोगों के साथ साथ देश की, खासकर दुनिया की आम लोगों की जो मांग, वी वांट जस्टिस, इसको हटाने की दम ममता बनर्जी के पास अभी नहीं बचा है। चालाकियों कर सकती है।
Yes, you know, there was an argument by the CBI that they wanted to confront the two because apparently the CBI says that these two individuals spoke on the phone and there was a delay in registering the FIR. So the CBI is pinning that, of course, on the Tala police OC, saying he should have registered the FIR. Also, they say we want to know if there was any nexus between Sandeep Ghosh and Tala police OC, which is Abhijit Mandal. And they say that they're investigating, whether there's any larger conspiracy. That's the ground on which the CBI asked for the remand of the two, Sandeep Ghosh and Abhijit Mandal, and they've been given custody till the 17th of September. Now, while the court proceedings were taking place, there was a section of people who identified themselves as lawyers, who were heckling the lawyer for the accused, and also they threatened to hit him. But obviously, this is something that was overlooked, and the proceedings took place. And there has been custody for 2 days. You can see, of course, this is the Sialda Civil and Criminal Court, and the CBI officials, of course, have got custody of Sandeep Ghosh and Tala Police Station OC Abhijit Mandal after this argument in court, and they will, of course, be investigating what they say is a larger conspiracy. Now, the lawyer for the accused said that, all these grounds are bailable grounds. If at all there was a delay in registering the FIR, it is qualified as, something that should be at best a departmental inquiry, and following that, whatever departmental action. Here, of course, they said there is no question of rejecting or FIR, which, of course, could amount to more serious charges. But obviously, these are the arguments that have been made in court, and now, of course, the court has sent both Sandeep Ghosh and Abhijit Mandal to a CBI custody till the 17th of September.
All right, in fact, these are live visuals coming in from Kolkata. This is doctors continue to be up in arms. In fact, yesterday we saw high drama outside the Chief Minister's residence. We saw Mamata Banerjee go to the protest site, the doctors go to the Chief Minister's residence. But despite that, there was no talks between the doctors and the Chief Minister. This, as that live streaming of the meeting remains a key bone of contention. I believe Saurabh Gupta is with us on the phone line. Saurabh, okay, we'll try and reconnect with Saurabh there. But these are live pictures, as I said. These are not just doctors of the RG Medical College and Hospital. We've seen in the past how doctors from other hospitals also have taken part in the protest, members of civil society as well. Now remember, they say that their demands have been unfulfilled. They say till the time the meeting is live streamed, they will not meet the Chief Minister. They say that the meeting should be live streamed for the sake of transparency. Though, of course, Mamata Banerjee has said that, the meeting cannot be live streamed till the time there's a clear Supreme Court directive. Mamata Banerjee says that, well, till the time the Supreme Court asks me to in a sense live stream the meeting, I cannot go for it. But let me go across to my colleague Saurabh Gupta live on the phone line with us. So Saurabh, doctors continue to be up in arms. That live streaming continues to be a bone of contention. These are dramatic pictures coming in. What are these protests exactly?
Well, protests have been planned every day, and there are always some personalities, etc., who are joining in. This is, of course, a Mahamichil, as it's called, which means a big rally in Kolkata in support of the doctors who are protesting. There has been no end to the deadlock. The doctors have insisted on a live streaming or video recording, something that the state government has not agreed. Yesterday, at the fag end of the day, some of the doctors made a climb down from that video recording demand and said they wanted to meet, but by then the state government's chief secretary and minister of state came out and informed the doctors that it was too late. However, this protest is something that was planned earlier. It is taking place, and that is, of course, in Salt Lake, where the doctors are sitting on a dharna in front of the Swasthya Bhavan. Swasthya Bhavan, as you know, is the secretariat of the health department, which is responsible for running all state-run medical colleges and hospitals. RG Medical College and Hospital, where this heinous incident took place, is also a state-run medical college and hospital. It's one of the premier institutes of medical education in Kolkata. And obviously there has been a lot of anger over what has played out in this incident, and therefore there are these rallies being organized by different groups, some with political backing, some without political backing, some citizens' rallies, some, of course, completely political rallies as well. But there has been a mix of both, and this is one of those Mahamichil, as it's called, that is taking place in Salt Lake in support of the protesting doctors.
Saurabh, there seems to be no end to the deadlock at all. What is the way forward? Because the protests need to end, and there has to be some solution to this crisis. I mean, that live streaming bit is, of course, the bone of contention. But do you see, the two parties, really arriving at a consensus? Because it can't go on like this, endlessly.
Well, the Supreme Court had ordered the doctors to return to work, and they haven't. And therefore, the next hearing in the Supreme Court is on Tuesday, and all eyes are on that hearing, because then, obviously, it's clear what the Supreme Court says. The state government has made multiple efforts to reach out to the doctors. At least on 2 occasions, the doctors have come, and the Chief Minister has waited to meet them on both days over 2 hours. But the meeting hasn't happened. It hasn't materialized. And that is something that has played out in the public glare with, obviously both the doctors and the government, telling that they were both interested in talks. Yesterday evening, at the fag end of the day, just before the doctors left the Chief Minister's residence, there were some doctors who said, we want to discuss, we want to have a meeting. That is what is the way forward. But there were others who vehemently opposed it, who were opposed to a meeting if the condition of live streaming were not met. Eventually, the meeting did not happen. And that is something that perhaps will be discussed in the Supreme Court on Tuesday as well. Remember, the Supreme Court hearing is on Tuesday, and it doesn't seem that this impasse will end without the court taking some measure, given the fact that the state government and the Chief Minister herself has gone to the Dharna side to bring the protesting doctors to the negotiating table, but that hasn't gone according to plan, and the protesting doctors still continue their Dharna.
Also, Saurabh, as far as the investigation is concerned, of course, Sandeep Ghosh has now been arrested directly in connection with the rape and murder case for allegedly destroying evidence or tampering with evidence. What has been the doctor's response to that? Because, of course, one of the concerns was that there was no headway being made as far as the investigation is concerned, but the CBI conducting sort of parallel raids, the parents were also taken to the hospital, and key arrests have been made as well.
In the case of Sandeep Ghosh's arrest in the rape and murder case, the CBI told the court today that there is no direct involvement in the rape and murder, obviously. But what they believe is that there could be some larger conspiracy, and they're looking at why there was a delay in registering the FIR. And the basis of their arrest is the, what they say is call data records of Sandeep Ghosh being in touch with the Tala police station. Officer in charge was also been arrested. Now, the Tala police station officer in charge is the police station's chief under whose jurisdiction Arjikar Medical College and Hospital falls. And the accused, the lawyer for the Tala police station OC, has told the court that, look, I mean, this is something that, there was no refusal to register an FIR. There was a delay which the court has highlighted, and that was explained by the police because there was no complaint. But, however, they registered an UD case and, started the investigation of forensics, postmortem, etc. Now, other allegations were also made, and I mean, right from the day one, there have been allegations made on social media of an alleged cover-up and alleged tampering of evidence. Now, the CBI says they're looking at a larger conspiracy through this angle, and that's why they've made these arrests. However, yes, this court hearing also, the CBI listed the grounds on which they had made these arrests, and based on that, Sandeep Ghosh and the officer in charge of the Tala police station, Abhijit Kondal, has been sent to CBI custody till the 17th of September. That, of course, should be some, another signal to the students that, or the doctors, protesting doctors, that look, even an investigation takes time. Nothing happens overnight. And even the Chief Minister of the state has told the protesting doctors that if you want removal of certain persons, like you've demanded, that will have to take time. It will have following a process. So obviously, the deadlock, however, still continues. It remains to be seen how this will play out in days to come. And obviously, this is going to be an ongoing issue. At least one expects till Tuesday, unless there is a major breakthrough before that, before the Supreme Court hearing.
Also, Saurabh, as we look at these pictures from Kolkata, I mean, this has been going on relentlessly for the past 1 month. This is not just about this particular case, but a larger question of doctor safety as well, that doctors from across the country have talked about, whether it's a central law vis-a-vis doctor safety, or many other questions. So this is really never seen before angst on the streets of Kolkata.
Well, that is true, and everyone is sympathetic towards the safety of doctors. My father was a doctor, so obviously there is a certain amount of concern that doctors have while they are on duty, while they work, and there is always the chance that, given that they work at odd hours, they really can't say that, it's late and therefore we will not work. It involves emergency duties, and therefore the safety of doctors is paramount. In West Bengal have had incidents that have put that safety of doctors in question. Now, the Supreme Court has obviously said that they are institutionalizing mechanisms to ensure and prioritize doctor safety. And they have, based on their orders and their, putting in place this task force, they have asked these doctors to actually come back to work. But that, unfortunately, has not happened.
Sure. All right, Saurabh, thanks very much for joining us with all those details and that perspective. So, doctors up in arms in Kolkata. With that, we'll slip into a short break now, but news continues on the other side.